Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna be doing a 6-figure one product store review following VerumEcom's and Gabriel Germain one product store strategy. And in this video I'll be sharing the product that I was selling, the one product store that I actually created from the product, alongside with the store, the URL and everything, because honestly I kind of stopped selling it. So I thought, why not actually use it as an opportunity to create a case study to help you learn more about marketing, e-commerce and branding in general, alongside with the ads that I was using, that kind of one of the ad variation that I was using that I think you can actually gain some inspiration from, alongside with the profitability review, so actually how things actually went in this business and the strategy that I was following, things that I think is gonna be very beneficial in your e-commerce growth journey. Okay, alongside with that, I'm also gonna be sharing some important elements which heavily contributed to my success. Okay, so let's get right into the store itself. Okay, so for the store, I am over here right now, and this is actually my first one product store that did really well. The URL is Healing Knees, and basically for this store, the idea was I was actually trying to sell knee sleeves and basically products that's gonna help people, especially athletes, increase their athleticism while reducing knee pain. So you can see actually I got the main product over here, which I will actually go to the product page and show you guys. But before that, I want to kind of browse through the home page to give you guys an idea of how I actually design it. So you can see on the top left corner we have our logo over here, and to be honest, I really like this logo because I created it myself and I thought it was actually really slick and really cool. So this logo was created through Canva, and I was just following, just like maybe I'll make another video describing about how to actually make a logo if you're interested in that. And you can see for the cover photo over here, we have an cover image of different athletes trying to go for a race. So it really gives us the impression and the vibe that I'm actually selling products for athletes, and that's really my target audience, people who want to increase their athleticism while reducing knee pain. So maybe like if you're a runner suffering from knee pain, this product could help you. So you can scroll down, I just have like my product page copy just written over the home page because it's kind of like a one product store, and I was selling like a second product, which was the knee plasters as well. But the main product that you're selling, you'll see over here, is this full compression knee sleeves. And I actually got one of these from my supplier. In fact, I think this is a really great product, and I feel really good about selling this. I got a lot of good reviews from this product, and I even used these knee sleeves myself when I was exercising. As for the product, how I was actually selling it, I was selling it from an angle of actually helping athletes kind of increase their performance, allowing them to squat and stand easier, walk lighter, run faster, while keeping them 100% safe. And it also helps athletes to reduce existing knee pain, protect against injury, and enhance their athletic performance. So because of this, I had a really kind of like, I narrowed down who I was actually gonna sell the product to, and I had a clearer idea of how I was actually gonna design my website. So you can see the theme itself, it's like really greenish, and also a little bit like I believe the color is called a teal blue. So I'm kind of like using like the kind of like teal blue and green, because I feel like the teal blue color has kind of like a correlation with the, I believe I heard it from one of VerumEcom's, kind of has a correlation with the medical, like the medical vibe that I was trying to portray. And green is just more of like a little bit more lively, and it also resonates with the color of the product as well. So I thought why not actually use the colors of like teal blue and green to actually set up this website. Okay, and then for the product page, I was using I was basically edited all these images myself, and then wrote down the copy and everything. And this is basically how I was actually structuring the product. If you're interested, you could perhaps go to my website and look at how I structured the product, because right now I want to head over to the ads to show you how I actually designed the ads. Okay, and I think one thing that really actually helped me sold this product well, better than all my other competitors, is the fact that I had a lot of ads when I first started out. I believe I tested around like 5 to 6 different ad creatives, and you can see with the ads here, they are very congruent to my website design, and alongside with that, they also are very dynamic. It's a really high quality ad, and you can see it's really targeted and geared towards athletes. So I got my target audience in mind over there, and even the the framework is just to help people prevent injuries and improve athleticism, reduce knee pain. Got it over here on my kind of like the I don't know what you call that, the headline, right, and the copy as well. So when you're actually trying to, kind of like create your own store, right, you want to ideally make sure that your ads are very tailored towards your target audience. Firstly, you gotta determine who you're trying to sell the product to. Gotta nail down to the exact, ideal avatar, and then you create your ads from that way. Okay, so you can actually create something that resonates with them. As for the profit and loss itself, let's get right into it. So I actually started selling this product on the around the you can see over here, I started selling last year December, around towards the end of December. And then I sold the product all the way up till I believe it was the March or something, and then I stopped running ads for it. And overall the revenue, we actually did around $125,000 in sales for this one store. And I didn't actually record the other revenue that I sold for the knee plasters. For the ad spend, it was around, let me calculate, I believe it was around 50% of the cost. It was around 55% of the overall revenue. Well, I spent around 61K on ads. And for the net profit itself, I did around 15.5K net profit for this store. And that's excluding paying for like team members and stuff. So if you calculate the other expenses, maybe my profit would be like 13K or something, or maybe 12K or 14K, somewhere around there. Don't know the exact number, but it's around I believe around 13% profit margin. So for this store, what I always do is, when I actually start a new store, I like to create this spreadsheet whereby I'm actually recording down my daily revenue, my daily ad spend, my daily net profit, and this way you're just gonna know whether or not you're making profits on a daily basis, so you're not relying just on your intuition to determine whether or not you want to scale your ads or not. Because one thing that I noticed in a lot of beginners is when they are first starting out, they have no idea what they are doing, right? And then they just want to take their ad sets which has good ROAS, and they duplicate it into a higher budget. But the fact is they don't even know how profitable or unprofitable the product that they are currently selling is. So you gotta firstly determine how profitable or unprofitable it is before actually deciding what you can do to your ads, right? Before deciding whether or not you want to scale it, before thinking whether or not you want to actually kind of like decrease your budgets. Very important, right? Remember to take this in, okay? And in fact, if you haven't done it, I highly recommend you do so. It's so easy. Just go to Google Sheets and set up a spreadsheet and with 5 different columns: date, revenue, ad spend, net profit, and net margin. But you don't need a net margin, because you can just estimate it. But you could just literally go into a spreadsheet and set this up, and you're just gonna have so much a way easier time running an e-commerce business, and you're gonna become so much more successful. Trust me in this, okay? So I wanna kind of get right into the lessons, okay, which is the strategy that I was following in this for this product, okay. So some of you guys actually asked me what themes do I use for my stores. I'm gonna answer in this video. For most of my dropshipping stores, I've been using the Turbo theme, and it's a theme that costs around I think 197 or 297. And I was actually following the one product store strategy, using Gabriel, Germain's, and VerumEcom's videos on YouTube. Okay, I was watching VerumEcom's videos on YouTube, and I actually bought into Gabriel, Germain, his e-commerce blueprint or something, one of his one product store course, and I went through it a couple times, and I thought why not actually try this strategy out. And in fact, I believe this store was actually it was my first one product store that generated over 100K in revenue, and it was also, I believe, one of my third one product store that I created that actually worked out in my favor, okay. And how I actually decided to pick the product, I was doing my product research and trying to find what could be a useful product that I could sell to the marketplace, and I was keeping note. I was taking in mind, one of the most important factors for me when I'm doing a product research is whether or not it's an evergreen product, whether or not it's a product that will sell consistently year in and year out. Because I noticed for me, sometimes I might sell a product that do really well in Christmas, but after Christmas you just won't be able to sell any units of the product, right? Ideally, you want a product that you can actually sell month in and month out, year in and year out, and you can actually build a brand and create lasting business, that not just that you don't only just sell for 3 months, right? You want to sell the product for 6 months, 12 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years, right? You want to find something that you can sell consistently, and this product was an extremely evergreen product. And the second reason was it had a massive market. Think about it, right? How many athletes are in this world? How many people suffer from knee pain? I believe it's around 1 in 5 people suffer from knee pain on a daily basis. So with this one product, you could tap into such a massive marketplace, literally like there's like 2 billion people on Facebook, so assuming 400 million people could be potential buyers for this product, right? Assuming 1 in 5 people actually suffer from knee pain in the world. So it's insane, the massive market, the potential in the marketplace. And then the third thing is as well, how much is your target audience willing to pay to solve that pain point. Knee pain is a freaking frustrating thing, and if you're an athlete and you suffer from knee pain, you know how annoying it is, right? And for me as well, I used to suffer from knee pain in the past when I was playing basketball, when I'm going to the gym doing squats, and it's just so annoying, right? You can't do your squats properly. And with this one product, it solves such a massive problem, not just an evergreen product, and not just being able to actually serve like so many people in the world, but the fact that it's an product that actually solves such a huge problem makes it a very, very appealing product for me to sell. Okay, so for this product, I was actually selling it from a slightly kind of like a different angle from how most people generally would sell this product. So I noticed that in this space, in this like knee pain space, a lot of people were just selling their products to actually help knee pain, and the target audience mostly is kind of like geared towards elderly, towards people who are older, the older demographics, like 40 to 50, 60 years old, people who suffer from knee pain. But I thought, what if I could actually not just sell the product as a product from kind of like as a product that helps people with knee pain, but also as a product that actually helps people to increase their athleticism. So you can see over here in my product page copy, I was saying that the revolutionary full compression knee sleeve to squat and stand easier, walk lighter, run faster, jump higher while keeping 100% safe. So the copy itself is not only just geared towards people who are suffering from knee pain, as you can see over here, would like to stand easier, walk lighter, run faster, jump higher without knee pain. It's also geared towards people who want to improve their athleticism while having knee pain. So it's a very specific group of people that I'm targeting, which is why I believe I was able to actually make this product work. And to be frank with you, I actually copied this idea from one of my competitors that was selling like a knee brace, which was a different product. He was selling it as a product that actually for a knee brace, right, to help people increase like their kind of like their knee power or something. It was like some sort of like knee brace website. So I thought that was interesting. Why not actually use that idea for this full compression knee sleeves to help people increase their power and to actually reduce knee pain. And it actually worked pretty well in my favor. Okay, so the next point, which I think that actually kind of like differentiated me from my other competitors, other people that were trying to sell the same product, is the fact that I was actually holding stock for this product. And this is something that perhaps 95 to 99% of the dropshippers in the game don't do. And if you actually do this, I believe you can have a massive advantage in the game. Okay, so by holding stock, what you can do in your business is a few things, right? First thing, you can reduce the delivery times. And what I noticed in all my dropshipping business is most of the emails that I get, in fact like 90 to 95% of the emails, are people asking me about whether or not their product are coming, whether or not their order is getting delivered, whether or not we are a scam. And if you are doing drop shipping and you are doing like 3 week to like 2 month shipping time, you're gonna be faced with a lot of these issues. And in fact, some of my stores, we are still facing with these issues, because of the fact that you can't get the product to them within like 7 to 15 days. But if you can actually hold stock, and if you use like a really fast shipping line like USPS, you can actually ship out the product within like 7 to 15 days or something to the US, and it's gonna just provide an overall like a better customer experience, and people are gonna be more willing to actually come back to buy from your store. And think about this, right? If you're a customer and you're trying to shop online from Nike, for example, or some other big brands you shop from, if you order a product online and you waited over 1 month for the product and it didn't arrive, do you think you're gonna actually go back and buy from the product from the brand, even though the brand is good? Chances are you're probably not gonna be able to. You probably wouldn't feel that motivated to want to buy the product because the waiting time is so long. You want the product to come here instantly, instantly. You just want it to just come within the the click of a finger. You want the product to arrive right now in your doorstep, right when you order it. That's the same with everyone as well. So if you really want to build a brand, a business that has people coming back month after month, then you gotta also put this into perspective, right? How can you actually decrease the shipping time so that people can actually come to your store faster, and the product can arrive to their house faster, and they can have a better customer experience, and chances are they're gonna come back to your store more often, right? So this is huge. This is something that I plan to do for all my future stores and future brands, and in fact I've been holding stock for the past year or so, and I think it has helped my customer service a lot in terms of like the customer satisfaction score. But the only downside is right now, because of the current pandemic, a lot of the shipping lines are still shut down, and the shipping is still incredibly slow unless you're shipping out from the USA. But anyway, holding stock is something that you can actually look into, especially if you already found your first winning product, if you're already making money in your dropshipping business, in your e-commerce stores. This is something that you could perhaps look into to improve your customer experience, to make your customer come back and buy over and over and over again. Okay. Overall, after selling for around 3 months or so, I decided to stop the store because of a few reasons. The first reason, one of my personal ad account that I was using, my personal Facebook account that I was using to advertise this product got shut down for no reason. So I was feeling really sad, and then I tried to actually create a new, business manager, a new ad account to, test this product, and the result just wasn't as great anymore. It wasn't as good as the first ad account that I was using to actually sell this product. And overall, afterwards, it just started to kind of die down in profitability. It went from around 15 to 20% profit margin all the way down to 0 to 5% or lesser than that. And some days also losing money. So overall, it was getting really unprofitable. And to be honest, I also had no real desire to actually turn this into a brand. I didn't have a far vision for how this product could actually sell. How could I actually turn this into a 7 to 8 figure brand in the next 3 to 5 years? At least I didn't start with the intention. It was more of a fun and practice store that I could use to kind of test to see whether or not this one product store strategy worked, and in fact it actually did. So these are some of the important elements which actually contributed to my success. And the first thing is the fact that I was willing to actually market this product differently from my competitors, right? I didn't saw it just as a tool to help people with knee pain, which was probably what most people would have done in my situation if they were to sell this product. But I also sold it as a product to help people, improve their athletic performance. So what I noticed with a lot of people when they're first starting out is they're really, really afraid of being the pink elephant, right? Of being the outcast, of being the marketer who does things differently. But the fact is, if you're trying to build a brand, you're trying to build a business, you gotta differentiate yourself from the competitors. You gotta sell the product differently. If you're selling the product same as the other 500 dropshippers out there who are selling the product, then how do you think you're gonna make the product work, right? You're not gonna make the product work. If you want to make your product that you're selling to actually work, scale to 6 and 7 figures, you gotta sell it differently. You gotta differentiate yourself from the marketplace. You gotta create a unique marketing angle, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to actually kind of disrupt the market in a way to actually generate some revenue in the store. Okay. The second thing which I think why I was able to actually make this product work was the fact that I was improvising on the AliExpress images, right? You can see over here, I use the tool Canva to help me create, images like this. And I actually followed one of, Verum's eCommerce, his store, his kind of his image guideline. And I decided to make an image like this, or to kind of explain to people why they might need this product, how this product can help them, and kind of using a bone structure as well to show the pain point. And I think it's a really good way to actually kind of get people hooked onto reading through the copy itself. Okay. And then I also show the different benefits of the product alongside with the product itself. And for this brand, I was trying to keep things as clean as possible and kind of give off the minimalistic vibe as well. So I was trying to make the background white in color for these images. And then you can see, these are just, and for this image I just basically took from one of my AliExpress supplier. But for the top images, I was just creating using this tool called Canva. Very easy tool to actually use to edit image. If you're interested, perhaps let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll perhaps make a video and show you guys how to actually kind of edit it using Canva. But this was how I was doing it, okay? And then for the third thing, I created a really kind of a branded feel on my website, which I think could have actually increased the trust factor. I spent quite a lot of time designing the logo myself, probably 1 or 2 hours at a point of time. I don't remember the exact number, but I was testing out many different kind of logo styles, and I was kind of brainstorming a lot on the colors as well, on the overall design. And I tried my best to actually create a branded feel on this one product store, and I think that really helped to increase the overall trust factor, right? So actually, customers who come to my store, they don't feel like it's just another scammy general dropshipping store, although general stores still work, but they don't feel like they feel like this is actually a brand, a company that actually takes care of their customers, right? A company that actually sell unique products. And that's the kind of vibe that you want to give off when you're actually, kind of building your own e-commerce site. You want to ideally make your target audience feel like your website is a brand, like it's a trustable brand, right? And of course you gotta improvise on the designs as well. You gotta make sure the colors are congruent, the images that you have, the copy and everything is in alignment with the vision and the branding image that you wanna actually kind of show and give off to your customers, okay? And of course, lastly, I was holding stock for this product, and I think that by holding stock, literally this actually helped me to I feel in my opinion, it's like what 95% of the dropshippers don't do, right? And by holding stock, you can ship out the products a lot faster, and you can just overall have a better quality control, a better inventory control, okay, or however you call it. Because one of the problems that I noticed when you are doing dropshipping, especially if you are trying to sell in higher volumes, if you are relying on AliExpress suppliers to actually ship out the products, if you are generating anywhere from like selling like 50 to 100 units a day, you're gonna screw yourself up big time. Because a lot of the AliExpress suppliers, in my experience, around like perhaps, I don't know, like 30 to 40 to 50% of them, they are really unreliable. They take like 1 week to 2 weeks to ship out the product. They don't really care about you. Their communication is horrible. And if you want to do business with them and you're dropshipping the product from those AliExpress suppliers, you're gonna have a very horrible time. You're gonna have like merchant account bans, your PayPal, your Stripe's gonna be in trouble over time. Your Facebook feedback score is gonna be horrible, and your customer support team is gonna suffer because of you, and it's just a lot of issues that you could have easily not deal with if you just decide that, okay, I'm just gonna buy in bulk for this product. But of course, if you're a newbie trying to start out, it's unnecessary. You should just start with dropshipping. And some of the lessons learned that I think could also be applicable to you. The first thing is, honestly, if you have really good branding and marketing, you can probably make almost any sort of product work, right? If you have like really good branding, you could even make like a flashlight work, like a torchlight, right? I see like some companies that build like a they sold like torchlight from such a way that like really appealed to a certain like group of people, and they were able to build like an 8-figure company. So it's like very ordinary product, but with a really strong story behind it, with a really good marketing angle, you could perhaps like make anything work, right? So this is something that I think is very important as well. Learning about marketing, actually spending your time, investing your time into learning and watching videos about marketing, researching on brands that are doing really well, looking at what they are doing to actually improve their branding image, perhaps picking up a marketing book to learn from the best marketers in the world, and things that are actually going to help you move forward in your business and your life. And the second thing is it's also extremely important to actually sell good products to increase your customer satisfaction and your long-term success rate. So the way I see it right nowadays, in my e-commerce business, my e-commerce journey, I wanna sell the products that I actually believe in, that I actually think is gonna work for my target audience, right? That I believe that it's gonna actually sell for the people that I'm selling to. Because here's the thing, right? If you're selling something that you think is trash, that you unconsciously feel like it's not gonna work and it's not gonna serve the people, horrible reviews that you saw on AliExpress and on Amazon, chances are you're not gonna have the belief and the faith in the product, and you're not gonna want to make the product work on a subconscious level because you don't think that it's gonna be doing good for people. But if you're selling something that you think is really good, that you are even willing to use, like for this knee sleeve, I was even willing to wear it to the gym, when I had like a knee pain at a point of time. You're gonna have so much more faith in the product, and your chances of becoming more successful is gonna be a lot higher. Because when you're writing down the copy, you're not just writing the copy, you're actually infusing yourself in your customer's perspective, because you believe so much in the product, and you are thinking about ways in which you can actually sell the product to the best of your abilities, because you have so much trust in the product. And the thing is, you want to actually build the faith for all the products that you're trying to sell, which is why when you're taking the branded approach, it could be actually a lot stronger than the general dropshipping approach where you're just like pumping out and dumping products. Because with the branded approach, you can really down in on the marketing, and you can really try to make the product work, and chances of turning a product into a winning product is a lot more higher, okay? And also one thing that you can do, when you're actually doing a product research, or when you are doing a product research through AliExpress or Amazon, one thing that I do to actually kind of test the product quality without actually buying the product and seeing it for myself is by going on Amazon and looking at the ratings of the product. So, cause here's the thing, right? If you're selling the product on Amazon, if you're trying to sell a product and you're doing a product research, Amazon probably is gonna have like the best kind of like the most honest reviews, to be honest. Although there are some fake reviews, but in general, if you look through different sellers, they're gonna have the most honest kind of reviews. So you can go to an Amazon listing of the product they are trying to sell, and then go on the the reviews and look at what people are generally saying about the product. Okay, so you can see these people are saying like awesome, just what I thought, great needs support, and then some person is saying a fabric coming apart after 2 times of use, and overall it has like a 3.9 out of 5 star. And I saw like some other listing is like 5 star. So overall this was a really good product to sell, because I find that in my experience, any product that has around like above like 4 stars in general on average on Amazon, they're typically really good products to sell. And if it's like below like 3.5 stars or so, then it's probably a product that you want to stay away from. As for AliExpress, if you don't have any Amazon sellers that is selling the product, and you don't know how to gauge whether or not the product is a good product to sell, you can go on AliExpress and you can see the ratings as well. They also have these ratings that say like 4.8, 758 reviews and stuff. And for me on AliExpress, I want to make sure that my supplier that supply me this product has at least a above 4.8 star rating. If it's anything below 4.8, it's like, okay, this guy is a little bit sketchy. Okay, 4.7 is cool, but 4.6 is like it's a little bit sketchy. On average, you want your supplier to have at least the product listing to have at least 4.8 stars, and ideally you want it to have more reviews, because the more reviews means that he has been tested and tried over more people. Okay, so these are some tips that you can actually use when you're trying to find products to sell for your brand. And lastly, nowadays I'm probably just like I'm currently working on like a dropshipping store, and it's probably gonna be my last dropshipping store I'm working on. And in fact, I'm also turning some of like my current dropshipping stores that I'm working into brands. I'm private labeling them, and right now my plan is to just like really focus on trying to build brands alongside with shipping from the USA warehouse. I want to try to shift ideally most of my inventory to the USA warehouse to my US customers, so I can ship out within like 2 to 3 days, because I think really like nowadays I feel like the shipping and delivery time is gonna be a major factor in terms of actually making your customers come back and buy from you again. Because nowadays people really want the fast like shipping times, right? The custom packaging as well is what I've currently been working on for my brands. I kind of like design my own product prototype, and I want to really differentiate myself from my competitors. That's what I'm really trying to do in 2020, to build brands and to get my customers to build brands, and then to acquire customers and to get those customers to buy from us again, to build company that is gonna be sellable within the next 5 years. And that's really been my focus nowadays. And I think that if you have this end goal in mind, that you wanna build a dropshipping store and you wanna actually turn it into a company that has returning customers month after month, because you're providing such an excellent customer experience, then the chances of you actually becoming successful in the long term is gonna be very high. So this is something that you want to take note as well. And that's it for this video. It's a pretty long video, and if you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate if you could hit the like button below, because it really tells me that this video is actually provided you some value in some way. It's gonna help boost the algorithm as well to actually get more views and get the video shown to more people, which I would really appreciate. And also let me know if you have any questions in the comment section box below, like anything about marketing, anything that you're confused about, anything that you are unsure about, anything that you might need clarification from. Because I like to I basically reply to everyone. I also want to see what kind of questions you have, so I can actually help you personally as well. It's like a free private one-to-one mentorship if you think of it that way. Okay, and then also don't if you are new to my YouTube channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And if you want to connect with me, you can follow me on Instagram and send me a DM, and I basically reply to everyone on Instagram. Okay, at Gary.lwq in the link below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.